Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're not listening to the Mind of an Terry's Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And you know, I had another little hiatus because y'all know how I be. Well, y'all don't know, but as far as people personally, it's like anytime something drastic going on through the cosmos and shit, it wears down on my body also, because I put so much energy in trying to be intertwined with it. Then when things occur, it's like my body occur with it, and like I finally give up on the hospital. Like I went for the last time, I think Wednesday last week. Was in there for a couple of days, same conclusion. Don't know what's going on. So I done ran through gastritis to having ulcers to having gallstones to having, now it's an incision, to the point that I don't deal with that no more, because now I know what's the actual reason, because I enjoy all experiences. So I know it's hard to enjoy periods like that. Like right now, my stomach kind of down right now. But for the most part, it's important for me to keep my spirit realm clear, which is space and room and thought. It's important for me to keep positive thoughts. And it's important for me not to add on any emotional baggage. Like, oh, why is this happening to me? And why is this making me feel this way? You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to make my physical feel a certain way, and that's going to transpire because your yin and yang, your left brain and your right brain is connected. You need both of them. Your right brain is always going to, your right brain always going to help you analyze your left side of your body. Your left brain is always going to help you analyze the right side of your body. You know what I'm saying? So that lets you know that that's the male and female within you, your conscious and your subconscious. See, but when a person is physically sick, as far as just the yang, the solid, like my light body, right? I'm going through a transition. Now, there's two ways people can get sick here, right? It's either you fail or you ascend it. Now, in my case, I ascend it. But how you fail is when you start to add everything like I was saying, like bad thoughts, bad ideas, emotional baggage to it. It's going to wear and tear on your body that's already being worn and tore. And I choose this body for a reason. Me being sick and the processes my mind and my body go through and the fears of realities that I fly through when I'm sick is a realm that no one else can go through, because no one else is feeling that type of pain. So I have to enjoy that experience and come up with conclusions of why I actually chose this body and actually chose this sickness in order for me to realize something else. To the point that I came to a conclusion that I don't need hospitals, and the reason I came here to be sick is to affirm that. So I put myself in this body knowing that I was going to experience myself a lot of times going to the hospital just to be let down, to finally realize, to come to the conclusion that I'm slowly processing from being a carbon being into a crystal being. Now that's another video. Now, as far as my ascension, this body in this three-dimensional realm I'm in, see, my spirit and my soul realm is too high. So the frequency and the messages that I'm getting in this body is to be lighter. So now it's coming to a point that I can't intake no food amongst this earth. So don't be surprised if a few months from now I start explaining to y'all how I'm a solitarian. You know what I'm saying? How I just live off light and sounds and frequencies. Because it's coming to a certain degree now that, like, no matter what I intake in my stomach is completely started not to work. But it's not one of those sicknesses that a doctor can analyze and give me a symptom for. So now I know that this is not something that's actually happening physically. It's just taking physical effects. So I'm being transformed from a carbon being into a crystal being. And now I'm gonna have to start receiving energy the same way crystals receive energy. And I can't receive energy the same way a carbon-based being will receive it. As far as like receiving gas, receiving food for energy, it's like my body is just done with that. Like, and I feel a lot better when I do throw up and clear out my stomach, other than And I get more energy doing that, other than vice versa. A person won't have no energy when they don't drink water, when they don't eat. Like, I'm really coming to a conclusion, like, my body is not intaking water. I take one sip of water, I throw it up. And you know what I'm saying? And this is not a path I'm trying to lead anyone else on. This is just something that, just for me, like, I guess. And this is the world I'm manifesting and creating for myself. But I don't want to make that a issue in my mind to the point that this is something I manifested, and it's just because I manifested. I needed to be closest to truth as possible. And right now, the only answers I have to that is from a carbon being to a crystal being. But, you know, enough about me. Because a lot of my sicknesses and transitions came from the blood moon that we just had, and all this other extracurricular shit that's going on. And me being so fully in tune with it, when say it's a void, right? Say, like, just like the blood moon, it's gonna void certain other light aspects from reaching the earth. Since I'm becoming a crystal being, it swiped me out that way too. So physically, I was not able to make videos. Physically, I was not able to relate to close ones. Physically, I was not able to socialize with others. Physically, I was out of the picture. You know what I'm saying? So just the same way the blood moon and the energy of the lights that was behind that worked with being absent to the earth, I was absent on earth to the earth recipients that I associate myself with, as far as people, places, and things. You know what I'm saying? I was absent to all of that. You know what I'm saying? So when you come to truth and just common sense, it has no choice but to come out that way. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to make this video about something else, and I fucked up and made it about me. But I always like to come back and apologize, because even though people say I don't need to, see, it's programs and fears of realities that I'm dealing with, that I didn't fully go through with that contract. And that's another reason why I be in situations I be in. So a lot of times, like when I say in my songs, a lot of times I'm not even talking to you, I'm talking to spirits. When I'm arguing with a person or conversating with a person or whatever with a person, 9 times out of 10, it's not even a person I'm looking at. It's the being around them. And I can see it. There's always shapes and colors and numbers and shit. And when they all form into becoming dense, a lot of times it shows as the light person that's in front of me, but I see density before that density. And a lot of times it's a shape. And a person could be carrying a triangle. They could be carrying a square with themselves. They could be carrying a circle with themselves. Like a square is male. A circle is female. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about 5th dimensional stuff right now. This is before we even trickle down into density and become solid physical density. You know what I'm saying? Density is hell. Jesus is the devil. You know what I'm saying? I don't see, y'all got the wrong idea about it. The simple fact that God made himself a man, a physical man, that's density. That's devil. That is being a Satan. You have the opportunity to be a Satan. Satan isn't a person or a construct. Satan is a curse word. So when you call someone a bitch, that's like calling someone a Satan. That's what they meant in the Bible. They didn't mean Satan was a person. Satan is a curse, a word. So God had to curse himself and bring himself into density in order to spread the word. Now, it doesn't matter how you look at it. The simple fact that he came down and simple fact that God came down, made itself a density being to spread a word amongst a bunch of unbelievers because they're looking at a person that looked like them, is the concept of devil. Someone coming to release knowledge. That's what the serpent did. That's what Jesus did. That's why they all have S in it. Yahshua. It doesn't matter. Ismail, Islam, whatever God you look at has an S in it. Snake. Serpent. Smart. You see what I'm saying? Your concepts is wrong. So you develop programs under concepts. And when these concepts was created by other beings that had concepts that was controlled up under programs and shit like that, then it's fears of realities under fears of realities. So you're just making it more further away to get to the one sphere of reality. This is why it appears that the sun is so far away from the earth. This is why it appears that planets are so far away. And then we come up with new sciences every day of the actual distance of how far away. And then when we look into that, we start to figure out what little particles is in between that we have to get to the point that we just get so far away that we get detached. And everything is an example of the far awayness. The space, the time, space, and matter. Liquid, solid, gas. That's space, time, and matter. So in these three forms, we see the separation every day. Solid, matter. The more distance we keep separating ourselves from shit, the further shit seeming far away. The more experiences it's going to take to get from here to there, basically. You know what I'm saying? Now, get to the, then you get to the soul, how you feel. Now, if you want to be around someone, but you can't, because you keep measuring distances. When it was a time, you could just feel to be in this person's presence and be there. Now you're emotionally disconnected. Since you can't be with that person, you have to come up with all these emotional situations to manifest yourself a situation to get to that distance. Then ideas. Why is it taking so long for your idea to work? You want to be a superstar, don't you? You want to be an entertainer, don't you? You want to be the president, don't you? You want to be the next scientist, don't you? But why your idea takes so long, take 20 years, take 12 years of school life, 20 years for that idea to come into fruition? The separation. We keep separating ourselves. And every time, look at it like a line. And every separation is a line in between that. Like say it's like a line, right? And then you have a frequency vibration line going into that. Say each one of those frequency vibration lines is a program. And every time you reach this the line, right? And it should be simple to get from this point to this point. But every time you reach one vibrational frequency, you create a whole nother line. So then you have a line up here with that same vibrational frequency going through two different lines when it should have been on this one line. I don't even see that. I gotta put shit on paper. I have to use fuck the left brain, first of all, but I have to take more time into perfecting my left brain so I can extract all my right brain into the left brain and it can become one to the point that y'all actually can see the spirit realm I'm in, which is that one realm that everything is coming from. See, it's like the gas realm, right? Then once that break off as gas or smoke or space, however you want to look at it, this a higher frequency density of a space, a gas. Then once it start to swirl down, attach into the fluid, the conscious realm, which the spirit is all three of these. It is matter, solid, all in one. But once you get your own space within the space, your own ideas, your own gas, your own spirit, see? Then once it drop into the swimming pool of the emotions and the feelings of the one, you know what I'm saying? Now you got your own soul now. You got your own subconscious, your own emotional feelings and shit like that. Then when it's time for it to get dense and get physical, so you could be manifested here in density and live in your power to the point that you could become your own God and create things, your own utopia. It becomes solid, and it becomes yang, and it becomes physical, and it becomes light, which you can physically see. So now you can physically see your soul. You can physically see your spirit. It may start off as an idea, but it takes this to magically bring it down, right? Your soul may emotionally feel a certain way about something in your subconscious, but that expression gets drawn out when the passion that behind whatever you're doing in this yellow realm, in this physical realm. And this physical realm is the whoo. You know what I'm saying? So the idea is I'm about to create a spirit bomb, right? The emotions and feelings behind it, and that's how powerful it's gonna be, right? Then it take this tool, the yang body, the conscious realm, to shoot that motherfucker out physically. You see? Now you know how shamans can float in midair. Now you know how they can shoot out. Now you know where we get concepts of niggas with superpowers and being able to shoot shit out. It's a focus of energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's enough of this video, because this is a random ass video. I went from talking about me to talking about God to talking about spirits. Let's get to some shit, nigga. Archangel Uriel, man, flight boss, and it feels good to at least feel better to make a video.